Hey guys, it's Kat and I'm back today to check in and let you know how I'm going with my mini travel sample size project pan. I think it's been a little over a month since I did my first check-in, so this is my second check-in. And essentially what I did this year was pull out as many sample travel size products that I could find in my cupboards and decide that I want to use them throughout this year and have them done because they're all getting old. I'm not traveling anywhere, I'm not going anywhere, so I may as well just use them and find products I like, figure out what products I don't like, and just go from there. So this is my update where I want to talk about things I've used up and give you sort of like a mini empties review of them, because I'm not going to hold these for my empties. I'm going to keep my empties this year to just full-size products, which I should actually do in empties because I've got a lot of products sitting under my desk. But I also want to tell you which products I'm really enjoying, so the products that are standing out as being like products that I'd potentially repurchase down the track, and what I might do next month, because I feel like I've used up quite a lot of stuff and I do have a bunch left. And I'll sort of tell you what sort of categories I have kicking around that I'm finding hard to use up. But what I might do next check-in, because I feel like I'm not going to get as much progress just simply because I don't have as many products left in this project anymore. I might go through the products that I have left over and tell you why I'm struggling with them, and maybe also try to brainstorm ways to use them up a lot faster. So I might save that for next check-in, but for this check-in, I got plenty of products to tell you about. All right, before I talk about the products that I used up, I want to tell you a couple of products that I've been really enjoying from the samples. Now, these products are products I'm liking in addition to the products I mentioned last check-in. I've got the Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant. I love this product, and the more I use it, the more I love it. I actually have two of these in my project at the moment, so which is great because I have two showers, so I'm never without one, no matter what shower I go into. And this is a powder product that what I tend to do with it is I have wet hands, so like I'm in the shower, I'll pour a little amount out into the palm of my hand, like just maybe more than a pea size, maybe like 2 peas worth. And then what I tend to do is I mix it into a paste and I put that on my face. And what's great about it, it's a very, very gentle exfoliant. So as in like physical exfoliant, because there's a little bit of grittiness to it, but it's also a chemical exfoliant. So it's a really good way to keep your skin clear, keep your pores clear. And I just feel like it's a really nice sort of, dare I say, clarifying step without it stripping the oils and being too stripping. I find a lot of cleansers that really clear out your skin tend to leave your skin feeling really dry and really like tight. This doesn't do that. This is a really nice product. It's a daily microfoliant, so you can use it daily. I probably only use it 2 times a week, 3 times a week, but it's a product I really, really love. Another thing I've been really enjoying is this Murad Revitalixir Recovery Serum. I find this really nice as a day serum. My hair's doing some random stuff. Let's stop it, Springy. This is just a serum. Look, I don't know much about it. Use AM and PM, cool. But what I like about it is it's a really nice AM serum in my opinion. I like quite strong actives like retinols or, you know, whatever at night. But this is a really nice day one. It's a gel, which is really light. It also has this iridescence to it. I'm not too sure if you can see that it's picking up a little bit pink. It's got a sheen to it, which, you know, under makeup, it's not going to do anything. Let's be real. But if you're just going to wear this over clean skin and just have a no makeup day, I think it does add a little bit of glow to your face and a little bit of healthiness. So it's not too noticeable. It's not like sparkly. I think it just gives a little bit of a sheen, and I feel like the consistency is really nice. It's light. It smooths on quite, doesn't feel like an oil, but it just glides on really easily. So you just need the smallest amount, a really thin layer. And I feel like it's just a nice, well-behaved day serum. This whole sort of purple range from Murad has a really beautiful sort of like berry scent to it that I like. So this is just a nice experience. I don't know if it does heaps, but I've been enjoying it because it's a nice experience. And I couldn't not mention a Paula's Choice product because you know how much I love this Paula's Choice BHA 2% liquid exfoliant. I love it so much. I am, again, trying not to use this. I've got a full size open, so I'm actually preferring to use a full size than this. because this is great for like when I go spend overnight seeing my mum. But one thing I want to mention that is fantastic about this, it's got a bloody cap. So look, it's great for travel. It's got a little cap so it doesn't leak. How do I keep this forever and just refill it whenever I want? Like, this is genius. The full size doesn't have this. I think the full size, does it have a stopper in there? I'm not too sure, but this is the smartest travel size product. If I don't use this up in this series, it's because it's so good. It's because I only got this like late last year, so it's fairly fresh. And it's because it's a product that if I do go somewhere overnight, I do want to take this and I don't want it leaking in my bag. So I just want to give them props to like a really cool sample. This is a really good travel size, 30 mils. You can use it for probably weeks, and it's just so well thought out. So I also really love that. All right, talking about the products that I've used up, I may as well start with Paula's Choice. These are both retinol products and I have both of these in full sizes. That's how much I like Paula's Choice. I still need to do my Paula's Choice review. If you're still interested in what I think of after using some of Paula's Choice products long term, let me know, because I have been meaning to do a video. I just haven't done it. But I've got the 1% retinol treatment, which is more like a cream gel. It's not a gel, but it's like a cream type product. Like, it's quite thick. Can't get it out because I've used it up. And then I also have the Resist Intensive Wrinkle Repair Retinol Serum, which is in an oil. Now, look, I love both of these. I've mentioned this, I think I mentioned it in my 2021 favorites, like year-long favorites. It's a great retinol, and it is very effective. It's one of the few retinols that has given me the retinol uglies. So if you use retinol and you use a strong-ish percentage of retinol, which 1% is fairly strong, you usually have like, you start shedding the old dead skin and you start getting what you call retinol uglies, which is just the process of sort of the cell turnover and getting rid of the old skin. I don't usually get that from retinols. I don't feel like retinols are as effective on my skin, or just my skin doesn't really respond to them very well, but it did that to this. So it means it's effective, and it's also not super expensive. I've tried retinols of similar percentages, similar sort of quality, and they've been well up above the $100 mark, whereas from memory, I think in Australia it's like 50 something bucks this is. And also you can often find Paula's Choice 20% off. I always wait for them to have like a 20 to 30% off, and then like if you spend over a certain amount, you get like free stuff. That's what I always wait for, and I sort of stock up when I see that. But the full size, the full price on the website, you can always find, like, they have 20% off sales like every second week. So I'll just wait for one of those and pick it up a bit cheaper. So I really like this. It's very effective. I have a full size, and I think I bought a backup of the full size. I think I used one up from memory. This one I love the feel of more, but doing a bit of research, this is actually 0.1%. So it's a 1/10 of the strength of that last one that I'm talking about. So this is the type of product that wouldn't give me the retinol uglies, but if you do have sensitive skin, this is probably a nice way to introduce retinol because it's an oil base. I love the feel of it. It's just so nourishing. It's so lovely. The oil is really, I've got a little bit out of my hand. Yay. The oil is really, really, it's just really, it's like rich. It just feels luxurious. It glides over the skin really nicely. It sinks in really nicely. It's a beautiful night oil that I like to use. So would I recommend this for retinol? Probably not, because I feel like it's such a low percentage that it doesn't really have the effect that I want a retinol to have. But I think for a beautiful night oil with a bit of retinol in it, this is really lovely. Or if you're the kind of person that can't use a strong retinol every night, which I don't tend to do anyway, you can maybe use a stronger retinol, you know, twice a week, and this something like this on the alternating nights. So I love this. I've got a full size of it. I would continue to repurchase that because it is a lovely like nighttime oil. But if you think it's going to be like a really strong retinol, it's not going to. I would love to see this format of the oil with a higher percentage of retinol and see how that goes, because I would be curious. I find the oil format tends to be a little bit more gentle on the skin. So if you have something that's strong and can maybe irritate your skin, if it's in an oil, I find it tends to be less irritating. So I would love to see them sort of up the percentage of retinol on that. Let's go from a brand that I love, Paula's Choice, to a brand that apparently I'm disliking quite a lot. This is NIOD. I like NIOD. I like what they do, which is quite innovative, scientific skincare, but none of these worked well for me, especially this product. This is the Low Viscosity Cleaning Ester. It's pretty much like a water. So this is a cleanser, apparently, and it says massage a generous amount well onto dry face, rinse with warm water. Can also be used without water by applying the formula to a facial pad, ideally cotton, and wiping the face thoroughly. This I don't have ingredients for because it did come in like a sampler pack. I can't stand this. I actually end up having to use this up because this is a big tube. And think about it, it's a consistency of water. So when you do put some in your hand, which I just threw it on the floor, you might only take out like a ml or two. Like you don't need much to spread it over your face. I didn't like this because this is like an oil type product. I don't know what the ingredients are. So I don't know if like it's an oil-based product. It sure feels like oil and it smells bad. I know they don't hide scents by putting like fragrances over it, but this smelled bad to the point that when I used it on my body, because I was like, I don't like using this on my face. I kept trying for weeks and weeks and weeks, potentially like months. And I was just like, I can't do it. It leaves an oily, greasy sort of film on my face, and having oily skin and a tendency to break out with things that with anything that clogs my pores. Anything that's like a cleansing product like this, like a balm, an oil, something like that that's designed to be washed off, but leaves a residue on my face, it is a sign that I'm going to wake up with like cystic breakouts down here. Like it's just not good. So I couldn't stand the feel of this. And when I did start using it on my body, because I was like, let's just use this up, it actually made my shower smell really bad. Like I walked into my bathroom and I was like, why does this smell so horrible? And then I opened this up and I was like, oh, that's it. And I actually had to go and get like disinfectant spray just to spray my whole shower to get rid of the smell that this caused. So yeah, this is not good. These products aren't as bad. So we've got the multi-molecular Hyaluronic complex, which is like a face serum. And I've also got the Fractionated eye contour concentrate, which is like an eye serum. I just didn't see any benefit to these. Again, they're very watery, they're very liquidy. It was just like putting like water on my face. I didn't see any great results. And this did have quite a lot in it. So 3 mils and 15 mils, it's enough to get like a good few weeks of daily use. And I just didn't see the point. NIOD is very expensive. So maybe there's some people that really respond well to NIOD and they're like, it's worth every cent. For me, my skin was just like, I'm not getting much from these. So yeah, I like the concept of NIOD, and I have tried their copper isolate serum. Anyway, it's a blue one. That one actually did quite nice things for my skin, but these ones unfortunately didn't. All right, next is a bunch of face products, and I've got to make this snappy because it's a lot to talk about and I don't want to be here for 14 hours. First thing I want to talk about is a cleanser, another cleanser I didn't like. I've had a bad time with cleansers. This is the Badescu Enzyme Cleansing Gel. Gel is a good term for this because it is a gel cleanser, but it's not a foaming gel cleanser. So when you think of normal cleansers that are gel, you put them on, they mix with water, they foam up. This is just like you smear it on your face. And this is actually a product that I'm adding in this month. I have had it in my shower for a few months and I sort of forgot that it's a mini version, and I thought I'll add it to this project and try to use it up. But the more I used this, the more I disliked it. I think because it doesn't foam, for me anyway, I feel like you just move around the makeup and like the oils on your face and the stuff that you're trying to remove, the dirt and whatnot. You just move it around and then it doesn't really mix with water enough to wash it off clean. So I found that even if I was using this, I felt like I needed to double cleanse afterwards, which in my opinion defeats the purpose of a cleanser like this. Also, it's got a cucumber scent, which normally I like, but it's not nice and fresh. It's just really heavily perfumed and sort of like icky. It reminds me of the like old school lavender and the old school rose scents to like soaps and stuff that you might have had in like your grandmother or great grandmother's bathroom. This would be like the cucumber version of that. Very perfumey, very powdery, not very pleasant and not a nice experience. So I would not repurchase that. This is another product that I wouldn't repurchase because of the scent. I think because Trilogy is well known for their rose hip oil, they had to put like a rosy scent to it and it just didn't work. It didn't smell nice and I didn't feel like this did anything. It's for dull skin. I use this on my body because I just didn't like it on my face. It felt like a sort of cheaper body lotion with a horrible scent. Didn't dig it. However, I did use a mini rose hip oil from Trilogy, which is what they're known for, and it's a nice rose hip oil. I do like rose hip oils. I find they're really good on my oily skin. They tend to regulate the oil production, so it sort of minimizes excessive oil breakthroughs in certain areas. It also helps reduce any scarring or marks from breakouts, which I tend to get. So I really like rose hip oil, and I've got another one of these in my project. Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem using this again. It was a nice product, but I would definitely prefer to repurchase this oil than that vitamin C moisturizer. Some more Murad products. I've got the Retinol Youth Renewal Eye Serum. I didn't see much from it. I used it, but I don't know. Eye serums never really work for me, so it is what it is. And I also have the MultiVitamin Infusion oil, which I preferred. This is just a nice oil. There was nothing sort of like standout amazing about it, but it was a nice feeling oil. It was easy to incorporate into your skincare routine. And it's, yeah, it smells like lavender. Has a bit of a herbal sort of lavender scent, so it'd be one that I'd probably be more inclined to use at night. But I sort of prefer either the retinol oil or a rose hip oil than this oil blend, but it was fine. I'd use it again. Last check-in, I talked about how I really liked moisturizer from this Belif brand. It's the Prime Infusion range. I also have the Repair Eye Cream and also the Prime Infusion Repair Essence. I have to say I much prefer the moisturizer. These were not very impressive. I used this as a moisturizer because it was too heavy on my under eye area. And I can get milia from thick eye cream, so that's why I prefer gels or serums. And this Prime Infusion Repair Essence I used as a hand cream because I didn't really like it on my face. So I wouldn't repurchase these, but I would still check out Belif's moisturizer range because that moisturizer I tried last check-in was beautiful. I would definitely use it again, but these other products so far I haven't been loving. From Dermalogica, this is the Multivitamin Power Firm, which is actually technically like an under eye treatment. This is an interesting product because it is supposed to combat fine lines around the delicate eye area, but it's got this sort of silicone sort of primer feel to it. So there is some left in there. It's got like a grape bubblegum scent to it, but it is this sort of silicone feel. I don't know if you can see, but it's like a gel silicone-y sort of feel, which is good because it smooths the under eye area really nicely. But what I like about this product is like the more you use it, I think you do start seeing results, but I also feel like instantly you get a nice effect because it has that sort of blurring silicone feel to it. I feel like when you put it on, it can sort of help blur that area a little bit. And it's just a nice feeling product. It's nice before you go to bed. It's quite nice like under makeup. So I feel like this is, the consistency makes it a really pleasant product to use, which I do like. And I have had a facial at Dermalogica before and the lady put it on my lips. So it's supposed to be a nice lip treatment as well. So I do have a full size of this and I do like it. I don't use it often. I tend to neglect my other under eye area. I'm trying to be better at using products. But it is one that I enjoy using and I've used a full size before. The last serum I used was this Pore Control by Clarins. Now I have to say, this looks like it's a fairly big size. Like that's a fairly big tube. If that was full, you'd get a lot of product in there, but this was, it was mainly air. There was like a tiny bit down the bottom and it was all air. So this is supposed to be a pore minimizing serum. It's supposed to smooth skin texture and healthy radiance. I think the healthy radiance is the fact that if you squeeze a little bit of this out, which I've got a tiny bit left, it is like a lotion-y type product, but it's got a little bit of that same sort of almost pinky color shimmer that I was talking about with that Murad serum. It's got a little bit of luminosity to it. So I feel like that's the healthy radiance. It's shimmer effectively. This does feel quite nice. I can imagine if you just put on your face, it would sort of, again, sort of blur over the skin texture a little bit like that Dermalogica one does. I don't really have too much to say about this because I didn't get to use it too much, but also the claims aren't really something that I go for in a serum. I like more sort of active things or nourishing things. When it comes to pore minimizing and skin texture minimizing, I sort of feel like a primer is something I'd prefer to go for, or really flattering foundation or powder. I don't really go for it in my serum step. And before anyone tries to say maybe this was a primer, it does say on the back that it is a serum. All right, last skincare product. I use the L'Occitane. This is the almond oil, like body oil. I wasn't that impressed. I know people in the past who have like been obsessed with L'Occitane and that's like all their body products they use. I don't get the hype. This was just an average body oil. Didn't even smell very nice. It just smells like perfume. I don't vibe with L'Occitane too much. So yeah, didn't like that, wouldn't repurchase. Onto makeup. So I did use some makeup products. I used up 2 powders and also my little baby MAC Fix Plus finishing spray. I love this. I actually like this little size bigger than the big size. The product inside I really like. I like it to set down my makeup. I use a lot of powder and I find that a little bit of a spray of something hydrating sort of settles down the look of powder and also locks it into place. So it's not a long wearing spray, but it just does give your makeup a better effect in my opinion. And also when you set down powder, it just makes your makeup last a little bit better. So I love this. It smells like this beautiful sort of like lemonade-y kind of smell. I dig it. The original is my favorite. And this little spray bottle, I feel like it's a better applicator than the full size. The full size can be a bit splurty and like come out and like, whereas this was a little bit nicer. So I really enjoyed using that. I love MAC Fix Plus, would repurchase that. When it comes to the powders, I used a Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder. I've used a full size before. I've got a full size as a backup in my drawer. It's a very nice setting powder. It's just one of those setting powders that tend to work on like so many different skin types. And it does come with different shades, so you don't have to have like the light translucent one. I think also for the price, I think the full size you get about 30 grams. And like cost per gram, it's actually not too bad priced. So it's definitely one I would use more in the future. And like I said, I've got a backup of it. I would not use this. This is the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil product powder. It is like this pink sort of tinted, maybe like a salmon kind of tinted powder. It just discolored my base. So I tried to use this setting my under eyes and it just made everything look orange. So I did not like this. I would not repurchase this. The Laura Mercier one is heaps better. And let's finish it off with some hair products. I don't know if I included these originally in my project. This might be an add-on, but these are travel sizes. I did buy these. I bought them because I wanted to try the shampoo and conditioner out before committing to a full size, and I really do like them. So these are from 11 Australia. It's the I Want Body volume shampoo and conditioner. I think these are really nice. The shampoo is really good at sort of clarifying the hair and giving it body and feeling quite weightless, but the conditioner isn't useless. I find often volumizing conditioners are so useless that they don't even detangle your hair. This one didn't leave your hair feeling super nourished, but it did condition the hair and sort of detangle the hair. So I like these. I would repurchase them in bigger sizes. I'm currently using other ones that I probably like a little bit better, so I won't do that just yet, but if I saw these on sale, I'd snap them up very quickly. And lastly is the R & Co Waterfall Moisture and Shine Lotion. I've tried 4 products from R & Co and I've loved everything I've tried from them. This is sort of just a cream that you leave in your hair and it's just sort of just adds a little bit more shine and a little bit more moisture, but even in my sort of really sort of fine but wavy and quite frizzy hair, this doesn't weigh my hair down and make it look greasy. It just adds a little bit of moisture. I love the scent as well. All R & Co products have beautiful sort of scents that I'd buy in perfumes. I feel like their scents are exactly what I vibe with, which is great because it makes the experience nicer and me more inclined to use them. If a product has a really horrible scent, I'm just like, I can't be bothered. But yeah, I'd look at buying this in the full size, but I think there's other products in the R & Co range that I'll try first, but I'd be open to buying this one again because it is a nice product. All right, so on my count, I've added in 3 additional products to this project, but I've used up 21 products this check-in. I don't know how many products I have left in the project. I might need to put a number on the screen, but I can tell you the things I'm struggling the most with are face masks and also sort of illuminating face products. So I've got like a stick highlighter, I've got some little mini MAC like strobe creams and stuff. Those products I'm struggling with incorporating them into my daily routine because of course I'm wearing a lot of makeup today, but most days I don't wear much, and that's sort of like a fiddly step. And face masks for me, I just don't have time for. The whole idea of like washing your face at the sink and then having to put a mask on, walk away for like 20 minutes, come back and then wash it off and then do your skincare, I just do not have the headspace for that. So I think I've used a mask maybe, look, there's a mask, a moisturizing mask from Dermalogica that I've used a couple of times as an overnight mask, but I am concerned about if it's not supposed to be on overnight, might cause congestion. That's just in the back of my head. And then I think I've also used like a multivitamin firming something mask from them a couple of times as well. So maybe I've used masks 5 times. Anyway, that's my check-in. I do know a few of you are doing a similar sort of sample travel size project this year. So if you are, hopefully you're doing really well. I'd love to know what products you're struggling with and the products you're doing really well with. Because I think I'm going to talk a lot more about that in my next check-in. But until my next video, have a great day. Bye.